In the heart of Ado-Ekiti flows a sacred river known as Omirin, the river of divine fishes. Here, the waters do more than nourish the land. They carry the spirit of a goddess. Local legend tells of a powerful deity who transformed herself into this river, leaving behind her sacred children, the fishes that swim within. To harm them is taboo. To eat them unthinkable. According to the people, no matter how long this fish boils, it will never soften. And anyone who dares to defile the sacred order by catching or cooking a fish from Omirin will face the wrath of the goddess herself.
Kówé sùn kan yìí ṣe. Kówé kò sí nǹkan tó ní ẹja yẹn máa ṣe pé tóun bá mú lọ léwọn á sè é. Ó ṣe ẹja yẹn títí tí ẹja yẹn ò jiná ejò. Ejò wà láwárí. Ohun tí wọ́n pèsè di lẹ́jọ́ pé ó pẹja ẹni.
Kí làwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó ń wá gbé lẹ́yìn yẹn?
Ó ṣètìtù ni. Ètùtù rẹ̀ ló ètùtù ẹni ló ṣe bẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ yá. Eku bó ti ṣètìtù. Bó ti ṣètìtù rẹ̀ ó wà in life till now.
The Erin Ayonigba River is not only a site of mystery, but also of healing.
Òun lè dókítà rẹ̀ agidi. A gbọ́ mọ̀ yí dókítà ló gbọ́ kàí ló bímọ. Òun lọ́ba iṣẹ́. Òun la alágbo ìwòyá wo mọ́. Torí kó bá ti lóyún sínú, ẹbẹ̀ láti ẹ̀gbàgbọ́ títí fún mọ́kà mú ebi.
The people believe that its waters cleanse the body and spirit. They drink from it, bathe in it, and use it in their daily lives, trusting the river spirit to protect their community from harm.
Téèyàn bá gba àbọ̀dè, ojú ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ló ń bá ẹni yẹn bá rí tán á padà.
Visitors often come to feed the sacred fish with bread, watching as they gather gracefully at the surface.
Àwọn òyìnbó àwọn nǹkan kan ìṣẹ̀ṣe tán máa wá táà wá mú bí 5 litre táà fi rọ omi táà ṣàdúrà táà ṣe kí à gbàdúrà. Níjọ́ kan àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ẹni tó rọ́mọ bí wá sísàlẹ̀ lọ́run àwa gbàdúrà fún wa ọdún kejì ẹ̀ ọwọ́ agbọ́mọyẹ wá láti ṣàdúrà fún.
For the people of Erin, Omirin is more than just the water. It is life, healing, and the heartbeat of their faith. Data according to the United Nations World Food Programme says 30.6 million Nigerians face acute food insecurity. Experts blame on many factors which include the security challenges in the North and Middle Belt, post-harvest losses, poor storage facility, and a couple of other issues. Over the years, there have been efforts at boosting food production in Nigeria, taking advantage of its over 70 million hectares of land, multiple agroecological zones, and a climate favorable for year-round farming. There have been several other such interventions by governments at council, state, and federal levels, including the Produce for Lagos program and the 500 billion naira guarantee fund scheme by the Lagos state government. In September, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Yari, said the prices of food items have crashed across the country, but some Nigerians differ, saying they are yet to feel the ease.
Before, we said chicken for it before, but now we sell 5,000 naira.
This one, before, they're selling 300, now they're selling 500 because only don't cost. Down, they're selling, before they're selling 3,500, now they're selling 6,000. Everything don't cost.
About 2 months ago, we are buying the food. Like rice or back of rice is 70-something thousand naira, like 75, 78, 73. But now 60, 62, 50, 55 safe. So if I look, it's gone down now. Not say like it was increasing the price now.
2025 marks the 80th anniversary of the annual World Food Day, which is celebrated on October the 16th every year. This year with the theme, Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future, the United Nations target building a peaceful, sustainable, and food-secure future where everyone has access to a healthy diet. To achieve this, experts suggest the way forward must be comprehensive, from tackling insecurity to investing in climate resilience farming to improving storage, irrigation, and transportation systems. That's in addition to strengthening farmers' cooperatives, access to finance and research. With the right investment, policies, and protection for its farmers, Nigeria may be on its way from food insecurity to food sovereignty. Because in a nation so richly blessed, no one should go hungry.
If you order Bolt, InDrive, or Uber and you see this man run for your life,
immediately I entered this man's car, there was something hanging in front of his mirror. It looked so fetish, and
but this same man picked me up, May 3rd, and he did the same thing.
Chef Bolt, Chef Uber, Chef InDrive.
I'm getting scared because, like, oh my god, what if he's the one? You guys, please be careful.
This is the man who goes around in Bolt, InDrive, and Uber, allegedly robbing women of their belongings, raping ladies in his ride, and pretending to offer safe transport while carrying knives, scissors, guns, and other weapons in his car.
This guy has pepper spray, he has gun, he has sharp weapons, whatever.
For months, young women have cried out, sharing stories of their painful encounters with this predator. They talk about how he allegedly threatens them, hurts them, and strips them not just of their possessions, but of their dignity.
and you are telling me I'm not with your phone. He's like, you want me to kill you here? Immediately, he now brought out the knife. He was not holding the knife. He said he's going to stab me to death. Started diverting to another route. That do I have condom inside my bag? Look at what he was asking me. I said I don't have condom inside my bag. He now searched my bag. That he's going to sell my body in parts. That he already has people that will buy my body.
Despite these cries and warnings, he is still on the road. He is still picking up unsuspecting women and still moving through Uber, Bolt, and InDrive like a hunter waiting for his next victim. And the most heartbreaking question remains: why is a man like this still allowed to drive? Why has no company taken firm action to protect the very people they promise safety to?
Uber are still allowing this man to drive after he has victimized a lot of girls. Every day they're going to complain about our riders. Every day.
So why would Uber and Bolt and InDrive allow a known criminal work with them?
Will you be employing a highway robber to be on the highway picking people?
Every day that passes without justice is another day of risk for countless women. What use is technology if it cannot protect the vulnerable? What good is business when it ignores the cries of the broken? To the companies, the question is simple: how many more women must be hurt before you act? How many more tears must fall before you listen?
Please, Nigerian police, come to our help. Like, the government should look into it. Police, they should look into it. And even close to like 8 or more were saying, oh, I've inside this man car before, or I'm a victim, or I almost got kidnapped. What? The worst part of this issue is that it has been reported to the police, but police did nothing about it.
To every reader, this is not just a story. This is a call to wake up, a call to demand safety, a call to make sure that no man, no matter how cunning, is allowed to use the will as a weapon against women again. Because as long as this man is allowed to drive, every woman on the road is in danger.
The government is not doing anything. Somebody should do something about this guy.
Every single day, Lagos generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste, more than many African countries produce in a week. But less than half of this waste is properly collected or disposed, while the rest piles up in streets, markets, and growing dump sites across the city, turning communities into ticking time bombs. From Ojota to Agege, Ayobo to Iyanoba, and across Lagos, waste is piling up faster than it can be managed, threatening both the health of residents and the environment.
Very, very hard, like just to struggle for myself and for my kids too. So that life in this place is just for you to look for somewhere to just hide your head, just put your head.
And they face a lot of challenges here in this place because, like, what I'm saying here, place they live, kind of work they do, where they cook and what they eat, every day. It's going to affect them because many of them are here just for them to survive.
There is just one of two things that is come up is that they will have to sell something before they will see money here to eat. Either they sell plastic or a rubber or keg or nylon, so they'll need to sell it. They'll work hard to get the money here, but in this place you see a lot of people, they are living here. It's not like they don't have the money to rent house, but the money is too hard for them to see. Even though if they see the money safe, they will have to buy something. If rain fall, you will see a lot of water before you are coming into this place.
But beyond residents, thousands of people depend on these dump sites for survival, selling foods and scavenging recyclables in risky and unhealthy conditions just to make a living. The question remains, how is the government tackling this challenge, and what is the plan for communities like Ojota, where the health of thousands is at stake?
We have monitoring and compliance officers who go around to enforce environmental laws. So since last year, we've arrested and prosecuted close to 200 offenders for littering, for dumping bulk waste. And we've also sealed a lot of facilities, commercial facilities that have not been obeying the environmental laws. We need to reduce the amount of waste we're generating. We need to reuse as much of that waste as possible, and also to recycle as much as possible. And that's the gospel we've been taking throughout the state. We're currently running a 2-bin system in Lagos. We have 2 bins, a green bin for general waste and a blue bin for mixed recyclables. And we have 80,000 of those, which we're selling through our websites. The 2 legacy dump sites at Olusosun and Solus 3 in Igodo. Each dump site will be replaced by a transfer loading station. From these transfer loading stations, we'll transport waste to new material recovery facilities, one in Ikorodu and one in Badagry. And those 2 sites collectively will process about 4,000 tons of waste out of the 13,000 we generate daily.
With this sensitization, we hope that the market women actually comply with the rules of the Thursday sanitation. That's number 1, which is very essential. Number 2 is to keep their goods and the things they sell in the proper places they are meant to keep them. Trade in the proper places they are meant to trade. Don't trade on the walkway. Abide by the rules. Leave the amount of meters that's left to be on the road for cars and vehicles to, to move around. And not only that alone, it's also essential for our market women as well. Once they are done with the day's trade, they should clean and sweep, the place that they've carried out their trade, their stores and their shops, put it in a proper, nice waste bin, tie it up, and take it to where the LAWMA operatives are meant to carry out, their duties, and make sure the disposal is as neat and as clean as possible. Because that's where we buy our food, that's where we buy a lot of things to take to our houses, and if it's not properly kept and the hygiene is not well done, we run dangers and, risk of having food disease and, disease outbreak.
While government agencies continue to emphasize citizen responsibilities,
party primaries, describing the decision as a setback to Nigeria's democratic reforms. The proposal considered during clause-by-clause deliberation on amendment to the Electoral Act 2022 sought to make inducement of delegates at party congresses, conventions, and primaries a criminal offense with penalties including imprisonment. In a statement on X, Obi said the refusal to criminalize the practice amounted to protecting a broken system, arguing that electoral corruption begins at the level of party primaries where candidates emerge, maintaining that without addressing inducement at that stage, broader electoral reforms will remain ineffective. The former Anambra State governor also warned that vote buying has become entrenched beyond general elections, spreading into internal party processes and even community and organizational elections. From politics to security, the Chief of Army Staff has directed soldiers to intensify operations aimed at eliminating criminal activities in the southwest part of Nigeria. In a statement, the Chief of Army Staff emphasized the need for a proactive approach to tackle armed robbery, kidnapping, and other security threats affecting communities across the zone. He called on military personnel to work closely with other security agencies to ensure the safety of residents and protect lives and property. The Army Chief also urged soldiers to remain vigilant and uphold discipline while carrying out operations, stressing that maintaining peace and stability in the region is a shared responsibility between the military and local authorities. Still on security, the United States Congress has rolled out plans to deploy American troops to Nigeria following its designation as a country of particular concern, stressing that the move is purely diplomatic and not military. Members of a bipartisan U.S. congressional delegation made this clarification during a press briefing in Abuja after meetings with Nigerian government officials and other stakeholders. According to the lawmakers, the CPC designation is intended to encourage reforms, strengthen accountability, and promote the protection of religious freedom across the country. The delegation acknowledged Nigeria's complex security challenges, but emphasized that lasting solutions must come through dialogue, cooperation, and institutional reforms rather than foreign military intervention. The CPC listing was influenced by persistent violence, particularly in the Middle Belt, and underscored that the primary responsibility for protecting all citizens rests with the Nigerian government. According to the lawmakers, the designation serves as a policy tool to draw attention to human rights concerns and stimulate constructive engagement. The CPC assured that this designation would not damage U.S.-Nigeria relations, reaffirming Washington's commitment to continued non-military support. This support includes humanitarian assistance, diplomatic engagement, and capacity-building initiatives aimed at strengthening institutions and promoting long-term stability. Meanwhile, the United States has recalled its ambassador to Nigeria as part of a sweeping diplomatic reshuffle ordered by President Donald Trump, affecting several ambassadorial postings across the world. The recall is part of a broader move by the Trump administration to realign U.S. foreign missions with its policy priorities, with nearly 30 career diplomats reportedly affected by the decision. Officials said ambassadors serve at the pleasure of the president, making such recalls a routine feature of major policy or administrative shifts. Nigeria is among a number of countries impacted by the shakeup, with Africa accounting for a significant portion of the affected diplomatic post. The development comes at a time when Washington and Abuja are engaged on key issues including security cooperation, trade relations, and regional stability. While no specific reasons were given for the recall of the U.S. envoy to Nigeria, analysts say the move reflects a wider restructuring rather than a targeted action against any single country. The U.S. State Department has maintained that the affected diplomats are expected to return to Washington for reassignment or other duties. And in the spirit of celebration, Lagos has once again stepped into its rich ancestral past as the IJADE Opayo procession takes center stage, signaling the build-up to the iconic Ayo festival. The age-long rite, steeped in symbolism and tradition, reinforces the city's cultural identity and unity. Lady Ajay has a report.
Lagos State came alive with ancestral symbolism on Sunday as the IJADE Opayo procession moved through key historic locations, reaffirming the city's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. The ritual procession, marked by the ceremonial bearing of the Opambata, symbolized guidance, protection, and the transmission of tradition from one generation to another, as Lagos reflected on its foundations and advanced with dignity. Speaking during the event, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu described the Ayo Festival as a powerful expression of identity and continuity. He said the ceremony underscores Lagos' rich cultural depth, noting that a people without culture risks losing relevance.
Our local and international friends and audience, we know that indeed there is a strong and rich tradition and culture in Lagos. Because they say that the people without a culture are going into extinction. If you don't have a culture, you are not relevant. What are you living for? What are you passing on? What are you transferring? So it will be a cultural event that we will use to demonstrate to all of our visitors, to all of our friends, that Lagos is not only the center of excellence, it's not only the commercial, economic nerve center of our country, it's also the melting point of culture and tourism.
Also speaking, Oloriayo Adebola Dosumu explained that the IJADE Opayo is part of a wider preparatory procession ahead of the main Ayo festival scheduled for next Saturday.
This is the first process. Whenever we bring out Okpa, that means for sure Ayo is certain. So we go to different places. You can see when we leave Aweyademu, we went to Oba's Palace. From Oba Palace, we went to some chief palaces too. Then this is where we are now at the governor's house. We're still going to Mr. President's house to pay them homage, to tell them that we are having a next week Saturday. So since the Okpa is out, so everybody is allowed to go and get the Opambata. That's the staff of Ayo.
The outing, he added, formally signals the certainty of the forthcoming festival. The IJADE Opayo procession once again highlighted Lagos' resolve to protect its ancestral customs, reinforcing culture as a unifying force and a vital pillar of the state's history, identity, and tourism appeal. Lydia Ajayi, Africa News 24 TV.
Welcome to business. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced the nationwide sale of petrol at 739 naira per litre across all MRS Oil Nigeria PLC filling stations and urged Nigerians to report any outlet selling above the approved price. The refinery, in a statement, said the pricing marks a major step toward affordable fuel and stability in Nigeria's downstream petroleum market. With over 2,000 MRS stations nationwide, the company said the consumers are expected to feel the impact of the price reduction across Nigeria. Dangote Refinery urged consumers to refrain from buying petrol at inflated prices, saying, quote, "We encourage Nigerians to avoid buying PMS at excessively high prices when they can access locally refined fuel at 739 naira per litre from over 2,000 MRS stations nationwide. Report any MRS station selling above 739 naira per litre. End of quote. The company also calls on other petrol station operators to patronize their product so that the benefits of this price reduction can be passed on to Nigerians across all outlets, ensuring broad-based relief and more stable downstream market. And on the foreign scene, a Delaware appeals court has cleared the way for Elon Musk to receive a long-disputed $56 billion Tesla pay package, overturning earlier rulings that had invalidated the award. The court ruled that Musk fulfilled the terms of the 2018 compensation deal and that Tesla and its shareholders benefited from his performance. The package had been challenged by a shareholder who argued it was excessive, but Tesla's board and shareholders have continued to support Musk. Lawyers for the shareholders say they are reviewing the decision. Welcome to sport. Host Morocco began their 2025 African Cup of Nations campaign with a 2-0 victory over Comoros in the tournament's opening match. Playing at the Prince Moulay Abdellah Stadium in Rabat, Morocco dominated possession but were held scoreless in the first half after Comoros goalkeeper Yannick Pandor saved an early penalty. The hosts broke the deadlock in the 55th minute through Brahim Diaz before substitute Ayoub El Kabir sealed the win with an acrobatic overhead kick in the 74th minute. Morocco captain Ashraf Hakimi did not feature as he continues to recover from injury, while defender Romain Saiz was forced off early. The result gave the host a winning start to the competition, which runs from December 2025 to January 2026. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles of Nigeria stepped up training in Fez as they prepare for their first Group C match against Tanzania. The team has been holding regular sessions since arriving in Morocco following a pre-tournament camp in Egypt, as Nigeria will also face Tunisia and Uganda in the remaining group matches as they target a fourth AFCON title. Tanzania and Nigeria's opening opponent are seeking their first ever win at the AFCON finals, setting the stage for a crucial start to Group C. And on entertainment, actress and filmmaker Iniedo has appealed to the National Film and Video Censors Board and the general public not to withdraw a new movie, A Very Dirty Christmas, from cinemas, insisting that the film does not ridicule Christianity. In an emotional video shared on her Instagram page, Edo urged critics and regulators to watch the film before passing judgment, stating that she was willing to take responsibility if the movie was found to be offensive. According to her, quote, "Just don't pull my film, please. Just allow people to watch the film and come back and say that this film degrades Christians or degrades Christianity, then I will pull it. If it dishonors God or Christians in any way, I will pull it and bear the consequences. I will not be part of something like that." End of quote. The film has sparked controversy following concerns raised by the Christian Association of Nigeria, which described the title as offensive and disrespectful to the Christian faith. Responding to the criticism, Edo explained that the title was never intended to demean Christianity, stressing that the storyline focuses on family issues rather than religious mockery. That's much you can take at this hour. Thank you for staying tuned to Africa News 24 TV. For more on these stories, please stay connected with us on all our social media platforms, and don't forget to visit our website at africanews24.ng for the latest update. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for more updates. I'm Timothy Crown at JRPB. Good afternoon.